Okay, so now we're ready to move on and look at the assignment on OneNote. Okay, attention up here, please. So you're going to open your class notebook. You're going to find your page or your section of the notebook. I'm going to use somebody who's absent today. Each one of you click on your name and open your section of the notebook, please. Go to your assignment section, and in the next column, you'll see a page called 3 Questions Practice. Now, this page gives you instructions for how to open that document, and we're going to walk through that together. So, the first instruction says to right-click on the file and choose Download a Copy. Shh, somebody's distracting me with a lot of chatter back there. I should be the only one talking right now, please. Download a copy, and then the next screen pops up and says Open with Microsoft PowerPoint. Click OK. When this screen comes up, this yellow bar right up here tells us that this is opened in protected view because we opened it from the internet. And in order to be able to make changes to this document, we have to hit this button called Enable Editing. So let's do that real quickly. Okay, oh, you have that pop-up that says something about installing updates. Just choose Install Updates Only and click Accept. It's the first option. Okay, I'll catch you up in just a minute, baby. Let me get the class going. Shh. Hey, guys. Okay, install updates only and then accept, and then you can click the button at the top that says Enable Editing. The first option. Okay, first option, please. Install updates only, accept. Now you can click Enable Editing. So when you click Enable Editing, it opens this as a regular PowerPoint document that you can then edit. And mine's frozen, so let me get out of this real quickly. Shh. And open it again. Shh. Okay, so here's the document that we're going to use. So each one of these is called a slide. This is PowerPoint. In case you're not familiar with PowerPoint, I'm going to walk you through how to do things on this PowerPoint. Okay, so the first slide is our title slide, and it's called 3 Questions Practice, and then it says replace this text with your name. Capitalize it correctly. So please highlight that. Please type your name there. And please make sure that you capitalize it correctly. You will be graded on correct capitalization of your name. That's just grammar lesson 101. Your name is a proper noun and it should be capitalized. The only time we would not capitalize your name is if we're using it like in a username to log on to an account or something. Other than that, you should capitalize your name. Okay, so the next slide, if you just click on the next slide over here on the left, you can go to the second one. What we see here is a picture, and this picture is a pretty good one. And so we're going to use this as our good example, and we're going to answer these 3 questions about this picture. And each of these boxes where you see the words, these are called text boxes. So text boxes, of course, is where we put text, which means characters that make words, okay? So I'm going to put my cursor at the end of this text box behind that question mark, and I'll hit enter one time to go to the next line. You'll see on the screen that it tries to put a number 2. It thinks that you're making a list because it sees number 1 right there, and this is what they call auto formatting. I don't want that number 2, so I'm just going to hit backspace on my keyboard one time to get rid of it. Now, if you have accidentally gotten rid of your entire question because you didn't follow directions, you can hit Control Z on your keyboard to undo what you've done and your question will come back. Now put your cursor at the end of the question mark. Do not select the entire question. Put your cursor at the end so that your cursor is blinking behind the question mark. And then hit enter. Okay, so from here we can answer the question. So what is the subject of this picture? Good, the jellyfish. So we don't have to write a complete sentence. We're just going to write the couple of words to answer the question. Now, when I grade this, I want your answers to pop out at me so that I can find them quickly and easily. So what I'm going to ask you to do, look at my screen, please. Highlight the answer, and I want you to go up here and change the color of the text to red so that it stands out for me whenever I grade these. So see how easily I can find that answer because it's in red? And so that's what we're going to do for each one of these. We'll put our cursor at the end, we'll hit enter to go to the next line, get rid of that auto formatting, and type the answer. Now we'll come back to this in just a minute. I want to show you what to do on the third page real quickly before we move on. So let's go to the third page together, the third slide. This is a bad picture, and you'll see the title of the slide says, "What's wrong with this picture?" And the instructions tell you to use the shape tool to circle all of the bad things that make this a bad image. So our shape tool is right up here. I'm going to click one time on that oval to select it, and then when I put my cursor down here and click and hold down and drag, I can form an oval shape. Make it whatever size I want. As soon as I let go, it's going to pop my oval shape on there. Now I do not want the oval to be filled in like this, so I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to choose Format Shape. Over here on the right pops up the format menu, open Fill and say No Fill, and it gets rid of that blue color inside there. The next thing I want to do is change the line. I want to change the color to red, and I want to change the width to about 3 or something similar to that so it's a little thicker and it stands out easier. I'm going to continue doing the same thing. I'm going to find all of the bad things in this photo, select my shape tool, circle whatever I find that's bad, do no fill, change the line color, and change the width of the line to make it a little thicker, and you keep circling things around the photo that you find that are bad. Okay, I'm going to walk you through now how to save, and then we can come back and finish the assignment. Okay, so to save, everyone follow along with me please, even if you're not finished. You're going to go right here to the word File, click on it, and this screen pops up. You want to choose Save As. From here, we want to choose Browse. And from here, our Windows File Explorer pops up. And remember that we always want to save our work right over here in this drawer called OneDrive, Texas City Independent School District. You might see 2 OneDrives over here. You might see just plain old OneDrive, but you're also going to see OneDrive Texas City Independent School District. Make sure you choose the one that says OneDrive Texas City ISD, because that's the one that's going to sync with your online account and make sure that your stuff is saved correctly. So click on that to select your OneDrive. Right up here, I want you to create a new folder inside your OneDrive, and I want you to name it 3 questions, and then hit enter. And then when you finish, it will give you the 3 questions folder. And you're going to double click to open the 3 questions folder. and then you're going to hit save, and that's going to put a copy of your assignment into that new folder that we just created. Now, after you save it, you can go back and finish answering your questions and circling your stuff, and you're going to go save it again. You'll do File Save As, and you'll go back to that same folder that we've already created, and you'll hit save, and this time it's going to say, do you want to replace it? You say yes, so that's going to save your changes, okay? So that's the process for answering the questions and then saving your work.